Surprise! Hello! How you guys doing today? Well, I hope you guys are doing good. We're not quite technically starting the stream yet. We're just here hanging out for the next 9 minutes. Wow. Okay, sorry, that took a little longer than we were thinking. I have tried my best currently to move away from Streamlabs. I'm trying OBS today, so that's why the chat looks a little bit different. I hope it looks better. I hope it's more legible. Currently, I'm using a placeholder as far as the font goes. I'm using Ubuntu font. But if anyone else can think of like a better font type that's more legible, let me know. Audio is working without issue. Yes.
Nice.
See, like, I don't know. That was part of my my wanting to move over. It seems like settings were having a hard time staying coherent, and I don't know. Yeah. So I'm liking OBS a little bit better for that. Comic Sans is known to be very legible and also to induce a lot of rage. You see, like already, instantly.
I can't believe this. Heck.
The thing that's really frustrating is Comic Sans is legitimately an accessibility font. Like, it's actually good, it's easier to read, but gods is it ugly.
I getcha, yeah. It's, I think it's just so overused, too. It's also very round.
See? Computer said the same thing.
I think a lot of it may have come from just like, just where it had been used, like, hey, professional environment, and we're using Comic Sans, which makes it look like it was, and I can't take this seriously when I'm trying to read this legal letter in Comic Sans.
Let's see here. Gonna slightly rotate the screen here.
I definitely have no experience with Lystexia. No, not once.
Oh, wow, that's very purple. Sorry guys, hold on.
So much purple. This is now purple stream.
This isn't helping.
You're too far of an angle. You have to stand over here if you're wanting to do that.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I don't know if it's gonna work at all. I think it's like, hold on.
It's
no,
because of the angle at which you're on it.
Yeah. Let's give that one more shot.
You can do it manually with XYZ if you really want to get crazy with it.
Oh no, I don't. Let's see. Yeah, that maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Hello.
Mark. Bjork.
And there we go. Cool. Is Glavin mostly hidden by the chat?
Glavin has
come
no
over here.
right shoulder.
What about now? Heck.
Oh, you're
perfect.
fine.
Yeah, you look great on the stream. I'm just looking at it.
I can move this over here, and that way it's like not to be on this side of the text.
Let's see, studio mode turned on.
We gotta adopt the old physical space ways and put duct tape X's on the stage.
Oh my god.
True.
Stand here or else.
You actually have to stand on it, or it just blows your avatar up.
Yeah, right. Ooh, No Sans is also a very good font.
No Sans.
It's my favorite font.
Let's see. I wonder what happens if I make changes while we're doing the streaming here. I'm curious. I'm gonna give it a shot. It might actually wipe all the chat out. Not in OBS, like in the
the widget,
the web interface. Yeah.
I don't know. Actually, I don't use.
I'm gonna find out. Science.
Blah. Hi, Brooks.
Frooks, hello.
It's a bonus stream.
I mean, it's technically early, but usually we hang out for like 30 minutes, or in the case of today, 10 minutes. And then, we start taking questions at
Well, you can provide questions now. We won't start answering them though until, well, the stream actually starts.
Yeah,
Top of the hour.
exactly. It did. It wiped out all the chat. Oh no, I'm sorry, guys. Well, okay, it wiped out the chat on the stream window actually, but like, can someone, I don't know, make animal noises in the chat? I think, did it update?
I'm not seeing it. Oh yeah, there it goes. There it goes. There's just a little. I've got bad stream delay on my end. That's like a me problem, no, not a you problem.
That doesn't look like Nodo to me. Like, yeah, why? It's not like. Is it because I didn't select enable custom font? Hold on, maybe that's why. Save. Okay, more animal noises.
That is not what I typed. Back up.
When autocorrect goes off the rails.
Ooh, that one was bad. Let me tell you.
Goodness.
Yeah, why is it sticking with like this very? I don't know what this font is.
The fitness
There's loud
craft test
jazz
is a
music.
multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues.
The Goblins knows where the treats are at
Music.
all time. By subtracting where the treats aren't from where the treats are, we can
Our
That's
music
not-
is too loud.
I turned it down. How's the music now? Let's see here.
Butter. We've heard butter. Better butter. Yes.
Better butter.
Maybe
Too quiet now.
The type of butter that's
Hold
been
on,
made
let
better
me
by the
just-
better butter, beer, batter, beef, biscuit, beer of Baltimore.
You guys can't see it, but there's just a massive video player right over here.
So I can just ever so slightly adjust
Oh,
the
are we doubling up
volume.
now?
Oh my god.
How's
I don't hear us
that?
doubling up.
Doubling up?
No, I don't think we are.
Sounds like you need to restart, refresh your
Loic, you might
page there, Loic.
Yeah, Loic, you might have two streams open.
Also, is it Loic or Loic?
I gambled.
Or is it Lois? I mean,
You know what?
Lois is a
You
name.
know what? English
With a C?
has worse crimes, so you know what? I'll allow the guess.
Loic, with the K.
Okay, cool.
Oh, cool. So is it Loic or Loic? Like,
Eagerly waiting. The first.
Loic.
Loic.
It's Loic. I was correct.
cool. Also, your last name sounds like a tasty frozen food item I would find near the tater tots that are like tomato
It's
flavored.
literally tomato.
Yeah, you don't have to dip these in ketchup. They're pre-dipped.
Oh my
I
gosh.
spent a little bit ago. Okay, that's fair. That makes sense. The other night I spent I don't even know how long, like just sitting next to Fruxius while they wrote like just completely fake words in the air with a draw tip and was having me pronounce them. So like I'm like up on top of the weird pronunciations game right now.
Nice.
Been practicing.
Yeah, practicing on nothing.
Don't worry, that was a water bottle,
Hydration.
not anything else.
What else would it be?
Don't let them lie to you. They actually have this giant hamster ball, and it's just like they have to leave the tube, and they're just
I've been told it sounds like I'm hitting the bong, and that's not what I'm doing. Don't worry, not on stream. No.
But like, it's a cool name. That's why we're trying to make sure we're getting it right.
Yeah.
Sure thing, Dio and a Moose.
Dio and the Moose? Whoa.
oh my goodness.
Dio the Moose. That's your, like, Sonic Sona.
Oh goodness.
The bossa nova do be hitting. Is that an old entry? Dang. Die on a mouse? Oh my god.
Die on a mouse.
I don't know French.
Can you say anything? Oh man,
My French experience starts and ends with Expedition 33.
Of course somebody pulled out the omelette du fromage.
I remember someone saying French toast.
man.
Did I say a French word?
Hey, babbler.
Hey there, Babbler.
Oh, it's past 4 finally. It's that time. It's the time.
It is that time.
Fruxius just sent me the This is gonna look like that I'm casting spells. I promise I'm not.
Whoa!
What is this witchcraft right here?
This is the pile of words that Frooks and I were writing and pronouncing the other night.
How is a word?
We got Vlaney, we got Dukapi, we got... Oh, where's the one that I really liked? Hold on. I got, Where did it get put? Right here. I'm gonna end up using this one, I swear. I don't even know how to show this to the camera, because, like, it's yellow and I'm yellow, but I got Inksys. I got Inksys right up here that I actually really like. I'm probably gonna steal that for something in the future. So
it's like the ink form of Ignis.
That word, yeah, that's what I'm thinking exactly. Like, you know the scroll magic that some characters use. Yeah. We got.
That's fun.
We got Dudrant. We got.
This is like deodorant.
Dudrant. Kookstra. I mean, there's so much, but yeah, very, very silly stuff Frooks and I got up to the other day.
Oh my gosh. Also, for anyone who's just tuning in, welcome. This is the Moderation Office Hours stream. We're going to be here probably around for the next hour or so, give or take. And we're going to be answering your questions regarding the Resonite guidelines, and the moderation team as a whole. By the way, I'm Veer. I'm the head of moderation. I've got Tatsu and Glavin here. They're wonderful moderators on our team. We're here to answer your questions. If you do send us any questions, send them in the chat. And if you don't send them in the chat and you send them in the Discord, at least let me know in the chat, because I'm not looking at the Discord right now. We do have, usually we have extra questions. I don't think we have any extra questions today, however. We have a channel, we have a channel in our Discord. It's the Moderation Office Hours Questions Archive. Let's see here. Okay, you know what? I did have one question that I actually answered earlier in the week However, it's I don't know. It's one of the questions regarding our terms of service and how broad some of these sections might be, and whether or not we can change those sections. I can't not. I can't touch the terms of service. That's something that we'd have to like have go through a lawyer and make sure that it's all like still a presentable terms of service that is actionable in a court of law in case we need it to be. So I can't touch that, just unfortunately. Hi, Snooper. But yeah, that was a question from Floofy. But as I had said, I'd previously answered that one earlier. But yeah, that section in our Discord, as I said, it's called the Moderation Office Hours Questions Archive. You'd find it under the Office Hours Questions Forum. And if, let's say, you're not going to be able to be present at these streams, you can actually ask us questions in there before the stream. I've had a couple instances where someone asked a question during the stream and I was able to answer it because I saw it in time. A lot easier if you do ask us here in chat, though. Also, if you do ask us a question, make sure you put a question mark in it. That will help pin it for us automatically, and that way we can keep better track of things. But yeah, as I said, we're going to be here for the next hour, so if you guys have any moderation questions for us, feel free to ask them in the chat here, and we'll answer them. In the meantime, we're probably just going to continue being silly until we get some more questions. I say that, and there's going to be
silly.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not a whole lot of being silly around here, huh? Snooper says tattoo ban for spellcraft during stream. Uh-oh.
What? I never do that ever. Come on.
Is spellcraft like I was said illegal. Is it against which guidelines? I wonder if it is or not.
I think that's one of those depends on the streamer rules. Like that's a.
I guess if like you're doing like malicious spellcraft or something.
Ooh, deals on eBay.
Whoa. Computer user says, I want to get a tethered VR setup, and the only options that this is about like deals on eBay here. You're wondering whether or not you should wait for the Steam frame.
Honestly, especially since it exists, I'm definitely in camp wait for the Steam frame. Unfortunately, as I'm sure a lot of you are aware, it's been delayed. They wanted to have the price and ordering up already, but AI is eating all of the RAM.
Yeah. That's annoying.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What really sucks is they could technically, if they really wanted to, they could technically let us buy and order the Steam controller in particular. But obviously they want to release the Steam controller with the Steam frame, which is Steam machine technically. And the Steam frame itself, of course, is just suffering from the AI RAM shortage shenanigans. But man, I want those controllers too. I want those controllers real bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
The controller actually looks really cool.
See, AI is starving the protogens.
Yeah. Exactly. Think of the protogens.
Think of the protogens.
If we don't think of the protogens, who will? The protogens? They're running out of RAM. They can't do a whole lot of thinking.
Oh my gosh.
Then again, do they really ever use that for thinking?
The Steam machine is being impacted by RAM. Both the frame and the machine are being impacted by the RAM shortages. But unless I'm mistaken on how those controllers are put together, I don't think the controller needs RAM.
True.
Turns out it's running its own operating system.
God, I would not be surprised at this point. Oh yeah, the controller itself is a computer, and you just gotta Bluetooth the video to whatever Bluetooth-enabled TV you have. Yeah, because that's a thing. Please don't listen to me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We do have a few
I want
questions,
Valve to
though.
replace my controllers. Do we actual?
Yeah. So we got Fireball the Ferret. They're asking, as the quiz goes up. This is probably the question you get the most, but I'm new here, so this is basically VR chat, or what's the deal? What makes you different? No, this is not VR chat. A lot of people do come here from VR chat because people that have headsets, and a lot of people that are on here also are on VR chat too. So it's kind of one of those places you can kind of go back and forth for different things that you like.
VR chat is its own entity. We are an engine. And there's a lot of big, massive differences. This world that we're sitting in right now, I placed piece by piece in virtual reality in here, like this world that we're sitting in right here. I pulled out a tool and oh my god, I started lagging there a little bit.
Sorry, my bad. This thing's probably old and bad.
Like, I'm gonna move that picnic table here. Why did it not select the picnic table? What happened?
Picked everything else.
Okay, there we go.
You double clicked it.
See, I can edit everything in world. I can rotate things in world. That poor picnic table, it's getting all sorts of like screwed up right now, right? I also can undo. Boom, now it's back in place. I can program things to do things in here too. Freak says move a tree. I'm gonna spin. Oh, hold on.
The tree.
I'm gonna spin that giant redwood that's in the background. That's the entire island. I do not want to. I do not want to spin that.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, I just had a dumb idea. Hold on.
Spinner.
Spear.
Watch this not work because of permissions that I'm forgetting. Oh, it did work.
Okay, I want to spin the Z-axis speed.
Except this is not the shirt. I was hoping for the shirt.
Deselect. There we go. Now we have a giant redwood spinning in the background.
I can't.
Isn't that
stand
cool?
the shirt.
So it's an engine for making games and stuff more than a social platform. Form both, maybe, definitely both. So the intent is not to just be a singular thing. The intent is to have Resonite do everything that we can try to make it do. We want it to be like, I don't know, think of it instead of you thinking of your computer as like a gaming console, right? Your computer is a multi-purpose item. It does everything you need a computer to do. We're kind of trying to do the same thing with this platform. We want Resonite to do whatever we want it to do, and without constraint. It looks like the Fenix brain's overheating, but that's just fire in the background. Yeah.
Oh.
I got a campfire between my ears.
Goodness.
But yeah, like just about anything that, well, not just about, anything that you see in Resonite has been edited and moved around within Resonite.
Give me your shirt.
I know that.
texture.
I can't just grab this. Well, I can. I don't want to dig
Freaks
right now.
is also giving a little input onto it of the goal is to have as very few limitations as possible and give the users as much power and control over the virtual universe you're in as possible.
Yes.
But that's correct, Tom. I just do that by default.
Like, I'm pretty sure I've watched someone program a thing that let them order a pizza in here.
I remember the pizza orderer.
Yeah. Yeah, someone actually made a thing that like connected to like the Domino's API or something and allowed them to order a pizza to their address. That kind of is just like a very basic thing at this point. I know that sounds like crazy to say that's a basic thing, but like, yeah, in comparison to what else you can do in here, that's pretty basic. Pizza Hut shoes in Resonite ETA? Pizza Hut shoes? Yeah, Bruce is saying some can use it to chill, watch stuff together. You can import videos into any session with permissions to watch with friends. And some build games, gadgets, and contraptions, and often you end up with sessions where both kind of happen. Yeah, no, definitely. Like the way that I usually use the platform, I did make this world that we're in right now. It's called the Viridian Islands. I'm very close to actually publishing the newest version of the Viridian Islands. I'm so excited. I'm so stoked. Yeah, like I usually hang out in here and watch videos with friends and, you know, like share memes. And, you know, if you want to like, let's say if you want to bring in a picture, all you'd have to do is drag and drop the picture onto Resonite, or like, let's say it's you're copying like a URL of a picture from, you know, a web browser or something. You just copy the URL for it, and then you know, click on Resonite and you press Control V, you paste it in. There's even a button on your dash to press paste, so you don't have to like actually like hit Control V on your keyboard. Yeah, exactly.
And even more fun, in my personal opinion, unfortunately you can't see it, but there is a button to bring up menu items on your arms and hands, and I actually do have my paste button right over here on my hand, as well as my mute button, an exit world button, a standing mode button, and a hide name tags button. I've also actually got some camera controls over on my other hand that let me like take pictures of my private UI or turn on and off name badges in my finger photos. Whoops, I'm scalable apparently. Oh yeah, and you can just like free scale.
Funny enough, speaking of you know, hydration and whatnot, and the things that you can do in here. I have a friend who made a hydration alarm, basically a little like reminder thing in world. So every time it dings, they take a sip. And I think that's pretty cool. Hold on one second. Just sending another message.
You also just send messages directly on the platform. I guess also, I mean, while we have a little open spot, I can put in a couple of PSAs. So, PSA number one. If you are interested in streaming and want to be able to get rated at the end of the stream that we're doing here, at the end of the stream, just be doing a little Twitch strat. If I can't speak, be streaming on Twitch using Resonite in some way or another. You can also even just use it for, it can be something like actually using Resonite, being in here, doing something, or it can be using Resonite for like VTubing. And then if you're a new channel, don't have a lot of viewers yet, I like to try and rate those people. One of the requirements is that you again, be streaming Resonite, and then, or something about Resonite, and then be English speaking, and also be family friendly. My brain has completely worked today.
It's a lazy Sunday. I know that like 90% of Sundays are lazy, and it's more unique when you get like the energetic Sunday, but like, yeah, it's a lazy Sunday.
It definitely is. It's not only that, I kind of burnt a lot of my brain power trying to figure out stream elements prior to this stream, but I figured it out. It was easy enough. It's pretty cool. Dippy says the glasses really suit you, Veer. Oh, thank you.
Music's getting loud again.
Is it?
You know what? That's just the nature of bossa nova. Give it a minute.
Yeah, it might chill out. Fireball, the parrot says, I don't have a VR headset. Does Resonite have a desktop PC mode? It does.
Hold on,
1,000,000%.
Yeah. So, not only is there a desktop mode, and I'm not going to be able to hear anybody for a moment, but you can freely swap between desktop mode and VR mode by simply taking off your VR headset.
Yep. And now I got tails in my face. Dang it. That was funny. You, like, I don't know if you saw that in the stream. As soon as you did that, your tails went immediately in my face.
Hi, I heard you like tails.
The flu.
Tails. Okay, this is a really big heavy tail. Tail.
Oh, tail. Here, I will adjust the music again.
Fruxius also has something that adds that. It says you can play in desktop. There's first-person view, third-person camera, free cam, and UI-aligned camera. So you got 4 different camera views as well. So if you like to be able to see from where your avatar is, or if you want like a perspective like a third person, kind of like see a little bit of context what's going on around. There's also one where you can do like just like basically have like a camera drone that you can like fly around. It kind of gives you more of like a Second Life sort of vibe, I think. Does that sound about right? The free cam?
I was reading Snooper's thing about like target override for tails.
I mean, eventually I'll be able to use them as a weapon.
There's also a UI camera as well. So if you're playing, sometimes there's like like a UI element that's like a text frame or something like that you want to read, and like it can sometimes be a little bit tricky to read. So like you can just click on it while you're in desktop, and it'll actually like position the camera to like be on that UI, and then you just click off, and then it comes back to where you were.
Honestly, if you are interested in seeing somebody who's really, really good at using desktop mode in Resonite, Fruxius is going to be doing the Resonance like 30 minutes after we finish up here with the moderation office hours, and they more often than not have Cyro on their stream, and Cyro's in desktop mode like 98% of the time. So you will definitely see a desktop mode user. Oh gosh. Okay, everything I'm saying is still true. However, I just remembered that Cyro has also started using leap motion to control their Resonite sessions. So like they have these two control like orbs in front of them, and they're actually using a leap motion, and in physical reality they're just holding their arms out in front of themselves and controlling their movement with these little control orbs like their body is a spaceship. It's so cool to see, and from the right angles, it doesn't even look like they're in desktop mode because they have full control over their arms and they can like wiggle their fingers at you. It's very cool.
That's really funny because I didn't realize he was in desktop mode. I thought he was just holding his head really still.
No, he's been in desktop mode the entire time.
That's funny. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that is a pretty cool system then. Like that just goes to show you like what you can kind of do with this platform. It's a little bit crazy, what you can do with like not just the stuff that's built in the platform, but like the tools that you can use to interface with it outside the platform too. Like that Reso Link thing that Frooks is working on. I don't understand it from like a technical standpoint. I just know that it's going to open a lot of doors. Super says all they have to do is use webcam in their VC face to do the whole puppeteering of their avatar. Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild.
I would actually love to do that some. I have a leap motion over on my desk. I haven't used it in ages.
Yeah, Freaks is saying here, Unity... Sorry. You said
I've just been really excited because I've been watching the devlog videos on the Unity SDK stuff. I don't even know how to use Unity myself personally. I kind of like just did not bother with Unity when I was first getting into VR. And just seeing the one-to-one like live update stuff that they've been posting has been really exciting, especially because I have a couple of friends who have like not really engaged with Resonite because they don't care for the in-world editing aspect for it. It's just a personal choice. It's nothing against one platform or the other, but the link between Unity and live editing a world in Resonite is actually going to be huge for those people in particular, and I'm very excited for it.
So computer user just said, imagine if you use a marionette to legitimately puppeteer your avatar. You
That would be so
technically
cool.
could, and that would be awesome to see. Like, okay, so, guys, I'm a furry. Oh my god, you know, in case
What?
you
You're a
didn't like
furry?
realize, like, yeah, and I'm one of those like dirty furries who goes to conventions. Okay, actually, no, I stay very clean, but still, that's besides the point. Anyone who's gone to those furry conventions lately, like, might have come across like someone who puppeteers this cute little like white fox thing. Imagine
Wiggle
that
fox.
in. Oh yeah, Wiggle Fox. That's what it's called. Yeah. This is unthinkable. Big reveals on this stream.
Hey, stream, don't let the other guys know, but I'm not actually a furry.
Yeah, remember 621. Oh yeah, six meals a day, 2 hours of sleep, and one. What was the last one? I don't remember. Anyway, it's some sort of rule. I don't know. But
61. So basically, 6 hours of sleep a night, 2 hot meals, and 1 shower a day.
I thought it was 6 meals a day, 2 hot showers,
I do like a lot of meals. I like calories.
It's
Calories
so
are pretty
cute.
good.
and then 1 hour of sleep. I don't know. I think they're all freely interchangeable, right? Like
Fructius has
6
sent me
showers a day,
40-second
2 hours.
clip.
6 showers a day, 2 hours of sleep, and 1 meal a day. I'm sure there's someone. I'm sure there's someone who's followed it that way.
Instructions unclear. Ended up in the shower. Ended up at the dry
computer
cleaners.
user. Computer user says, I know what you're talking about with the puppet. I don't go to cons, but I've seen it on Reddit sometimes and it's so adorable. Yes, it is. It is like super cute. I think that would be so cool to actually have like a marionette puppeteered avatar in here. I feel like that would be like, that'd be so rad.
There are puppeteer avatars in here, but they're not marionettes, though.
They're hand puppets usually.
They're hand puppet.
Oh yeah.
My favorite one is the noodle derg. It's so freaking cute. It's adorable.
Chinese
Instructions
food.
unclear. Yes, I want all of the MSG.
Fuchs sent me a
Okay.
clip of the Unity link working if you want to show that.
Yo, yeah, okay. Bring it in.
I think
Ow.
that this will be most effective if make sure your volume is up on this viewer. I think that needs to apply to you. Actually,
Okay.
make sure your volume is off, I think. Would be the better way to do it.
Actually, like it's only gonna take in audio from the camera, so it's not
Oh,
gonna
fair
take in
enough.
audio for So even if I hear it, people are gonna hear it through my ears.
Frick says there's no sound in the video.
Oh, there's no sound on the
Oh,
video. Well,
okay.
I guess that solves that, doesn't it?
I don't know. Can you guys see that?
I can kinda, kind of sacrificing my view for the sake of the audience right now.
I can see.
Oh yes, wait, the ears.
And so you can see right down here that they got the stuff coming in, and it pops up in the game.
Oh my gosh.
Super cool stuff with that. Wait, still
6
talking about
showers
the
a meal,
6-2-1
2
rule.
days of sleep. 1 hour every explodes. 621 sleepy shower meals a day. Dang.
Gosh.
Shower sleepy meals. Oh my god.
Can I get the sleepy meal? That sounds fun. I want to like go to.
So the happy meal, sleepy meal.
Can I get the sleepy meal? Yeah, I want the
This is
sleepy
what
meal.
I- with extra
The sleepy meal's
melatonin.
Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh my gosh.
True. There's actually a place, like it's a sub shop that's near me that has like a year-round Thanksgiving sub. They ought to call that the Sleepy Sub. What's that place called? D'Angelo's. I love that place.
Oh.
Yeah, it's got turkey and stuffing and gravy. Actually, it comes with gravy to dip it in, and it's got like cranberry sauce, like the jellied kind. Oh, good.
Computer user, what is your mashed together meal at 2 a.m.? Mine's tuna fish sandwiches. I like tuna fish.
Tuna's good.
That's pretty good.
I like fish in general, but like tuna.
Sometimes I'll do like, instead of tuna fish, in fact, one time I did like, how can I put it? Have you ever had like a tuna Aladdin? I don't know, like how
I don't know what that is.
common that is. Like, if anyone in the chat knows what I'm talking about when I say a tuna Aladdin, please tell me. I'm just wondering if this is something my mother made up.
I've never heard of a tuna Aladdin.
It's great. So the traditional way to do it is you take an English muffin, you split it in half, you take like, tuna mayo mix, you mash up some tuna and some mayonnaise, and then you put it over the open sides of the muffin, and then you put a slice of cheese over the top. Whatever cheese you choose is your choice. I think Swiss would be really good with this. And then you put it in super distracting me. You put it in the oven, like near the broiler. We're still on 621 meals. This is funny. Anyway, yeah, you just like melt the cheese basically over the top of it, and boom, you've got a tuna Aladdin.
So, admittedly, with the exception of the English muffin part, I just call that a tuna melt.
Tuna melt, yeah.
Tuna melt sounds.
The only
I know what you
thing
mean when you say that.
specifically different is the English muffin. So I'll just normally put it on like a normal piece of bread, like open face, put it in the broiler, tuna melt.
Nice. But one time instead of taking like a can of tuna, I've used sardines. And yeah, like we're all brain rotted here on this stream, just so you know. Actually, I don't know about Glavin, but I'm certainly brain rotted.
Am I only seeing one here?
But yeah, no, I'll do the same with like some like boneless, skinless, like mashed up sardines. And it's healthier for you. It's got less mercury and stuff like that in it. Welcome, G Money.
The mercury is so tasty.
No,
it's better too if it's boneless. I mean, that's why I always order boneless pizza.
Boneless pizza. God, that's an old one. You just earned Unk status with that one, Glavin. Oh my god. Also, welcome, El Nim Nim. Am I pronouncing your name right? It's a fun name to say.
Boneless.
It is a very fun name to say.
Howdy, G Money.
Insert the infamous r/grilled cheese melt rant. What is that?
I actually don't know this.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up later.
By the way, we are about halfway done through the stream here, and we haven't had too many moderation questions. Why don't you guys just throw us some of your, if you have any curveballs, like really hard questions, just ask them. I'm curious. Like, I kind of want the stimulation.
Do it.
Anything regarding like moderation, the guidelines, the moderation team, how we handle tickets, etc. You can even try to ask us like about details about like current and previous bands and all that, and we'll tell you that we can't answer those. But at least it's something. Oh, God.
Goodness.
Bait used to be good.
Oh, Garen, come on. Garen.
Oh no. No, get that out of here.
Goodness.
We're missing non sequitur jokes. Non sequitur jokes are hard to pull off.
We could summon Bagagwa.
Bagagwa. Where's Charles? I know exactly what you're talking about too. That cat. Those videos are so fun. If you guys don't know what Bagagwa is, search Bagagwa on YouTube. It's not non-sequitur, non-secular.
What about non-specular?
Non-specular, yeah. So like non-secular jokes would just be straight religious jokes, right? Is that what that is? Like,
I think we should back up.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, hold on, that sounds like dangerous territory.
Goodness.
Fireball the Parrot is familiar with Bagagwa. You are a part of the cult of Bagagwa. Excellent. Here we go. Ooh, spicy. How do I explain to people the policy on nudity stuffs, like the policy on female presenting nipples being allowed? This is a subject that has 100% been beaten to death. But I see some comments in hell, aka the official Steam forums. Oh, okay. Saying shit like, oh, this game is NSFW and overly sexual, and while I understand how Resonite's policy works, I don't know how to adequately explain it without potentially spreading this information. So currently, the way that it is written in the guidelines is we don't recognize a difference between female presenting nipples and male presenting nipples. And we kind of came to a decision that we did not want to enforce double standards. We're not fans of them here, and I think that, how can I put it, at risk of sounding a certain way, we're not really interested in enforcing patriarchal standards on this platform. Yeah, so we had the choice. We could either ban nipples entirely, which I feel like is a step too far, or just not really not recognize the difference between the two. And I feel like that's probably the best step forward we could take rather than a big step backwards. That is not a singular decision. That is a decision that we as a team, not just the mod team, but the Resonite team, have come to accept as our standard. And it's kind of difficult to explain to certain audiences, but that has been our charge for a while now, and we're standing by it. You know, that's kind of how we feel about it, and we know that there are differences in opinion. But yeah, that's where we're at. And neutral standards is based, yeah. Let's see. Ooh, okay, we got a question here from Garen. People have spread rumors about security issues and moderators banning people they don't like. This is a really good question. I know the first thing was patched, but the second thing is iffy, but unlikely according to experiences from my occasional visits there. So, here's the thing, right? No moderation team member can make any singular decision, like they can't just go in and ban someone without me being alerted, without Fruxius being alerted, without the moderation team leads being alerted. We have alerts out the wazoo. There's not a single way that a moderator can bypass these alerts. I will know about it. The dev team will know about it. We'll have a paper trail. And there always has to be a reason, and a reason is quite I think basically every single time we've ever made a decision, it's been a group decision in some form. So there's not a way for a moderator to abuse their permissions at all. Like, they just can't do it. If they do it, I will reverse it. I will remove that moderator's capabilities from banning people, and they will likely be permanently banned from our platform and then face maybe possible further litigious action from our company. We're not going to let we're not going to let our mods do that to you. Our mods don't want to do that to you. Like, for various reasons, but the mods that I brought onto the team, I made sure when I was vetting them that they wouldn't want to have done that in the first place anyway, even if they had the opportunity to do so. We don't like bias here. That's why we have big discussions about, what is going to happen in a ticket, what the outcome's going to be, and we have some back and forth. We don't have yes men on this team either. We all can disagree with one another freely and not feel that we're going to attract some sort of ire. So it's not possible at all. So you don't have to worry about that. The dev team will back me up on that too. They can all see what is going on with the moderation stuff too. We haven't made any attempts at trying to keep any of that separate or hidden from anyone. Except for the greater community of the platform, of course, but that's for good reason, In fact, we've had a lot of discussion in the Discord about this kind of thing coming up lately. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm reading chat, just getting distracted, but we've had a lot of chat around this.
Whoops, wrong button.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. We've had a lot of chat about this lately in the Discord, and I forgot where I was going with that. I was just reading the jokes. Dang it! Maybe it'll pop back in my head here. Let's see here. We got a computer user saying, the reason why I mentioned potentially spreading this information is that the main reason I would probably use to explain it is how the EU approaches what is considered 18 plus and what isn't, but I'm not actually certain of what the EU says about this stuff. Would the EU consider the nipple thing NSFW? So here's the thing, right? NSFW is a terrible term. I hate it. It's not descriptive like in a coherent fashion, because it means something different for everyone depending on the context you're using it in. Culturally changes meaning, etc. So we use the term adult content. And generally speaking, no. Like, I don't know of any European countries that actually consider nipples to be quote unquote adult content. I think it depends on the context, specifically if it's being shown in a sexual fashion. If it is being shown in a sexual fashion, male or female, we don't want it in public here. And feel free to report that if you do see it. But if it's just there, existing, then no, it doesn't break our guidelines. Let's see here. Also, that goes the same for the United States too. I know it's kind of crazy to think about, and we've had that statement thrown at us, female nipples are illegal in the United States. No, they are not. That is not legislation. It's not. I've combed through this so much. It just 1,000,000% is not against the law unless it is in a sexual context. Let's see here. Fruke says, any ban action automatically sends alerts to mod leads on who did the ban and why. It's hard-coded into the system. Yes. No one can bypass that either. Garen says, that's cool as... I just read that out. That's cool AF. The CVR team does something similar, but it's a little bit less advanced. They have a log of everything that happens between client and server, as well as the chat box and usernames, and can sit in an instance watching stuff happen and manage people accordingly. Interesting. So we also have, how can I put it? I think we we are quite a bit different in our approach to privacy. So like right now as it stands, like we're not watching your chat boxes, we're not watching like your chat between people. Moderation team members nor the dev team do not have the ability to just say jump into your session silently or not. They would require an invitation if your session is private in order to get in, just like any other normal user. We take privacy very seriously. Garen says falling off a ladder is technically NSFW. Yep, OSHA would agree with you. Let's see, did I miss anything? Okay. Computer user says, yeah, good point on the NSFW phrasing. Insert the jokes about replacing a light bulb while standing on an office roller chair. Listen, so if you have at least, I don't know, good stability or whatever, and maybe the wheels don't roll a lot, maybe you put a book between the wheels so that, you know, they don't, you know, your chair doesn't move around. You can then hold on to the light bulb and have another office worker spin the chair, and then you're just doing less work.
Peter, do you hear a phone ringing?
Uh-oh.
The caller,
Hold
caller
on.
ID says
OSHA's
OSHA.
OSHA's calling.
Uh-oh.
OSHA wants to know where I got a pop-up on my computer that says OSHA wants to know my immediate location. Oh, jeez. What do I do?
Let's see. Bruce is pointing out to what Garen said earlier about like CVR, that we can't do that. You know, we consider that a violation of people's privacy. Where did it go?
Further up. There you go.
I'm just gonna start grabbing these. Okay.
Probably a good idea. That is a feature.
Yeah. We can't spy on you. That opens potential backdoors. Yeah, we don't like backdoors on this platform. Moderation reports rely on users from the session providing evidence. That is true. Please provide us evidence when you're making tickets. It makes it so much easier. Actually, it makes it possible for us to do our jobs. Also, you know what? Now that I'm on that thought process for a moment, a ticket is a conversation. We need to be able to talk to you about the ticket that you send in. Most tickets do not have enough information for us to act upon initially. And so when you send a ticket, please check your email. We are going to respond to your ticket. We are going to ask you questions about your ticket. We might need more information. We might need evidence. We might need just logs in some cases, and everyone has logs. We'll even show you like how to find your logs. We'll link you a wiki page on how to find which log you were like needing to send us. So that way we can do our jobs and we can help you. Now, if you're the type of person, let's say you're tuning in here right now, but you know, maybe you felt burned from moderation in the past because you sent in a ticket and nothing happened. Did you check your email? Because we might have been asking you for more information. More than likely, we were asking you for more information. 9 times out of 10, that's the case.
Yeah.
If you don't respond to us, we'll give the ticket maybe 3 days to sit open, and then we'll usually just close it. You know, and hope that maybe you try to get back to us later on. But yeah, like I said, tickets are a conversation. We need to be able to converse with you, and we usually need more information. In fact, expect a fully filled out report to come to us, and then we're still going to ask you for more information. Guaranteed, we're going to need something else. It's all very nuanced. We have there's so many vagaries in moderation.
Also on that point, when you do go to fill out a Resonite moderation ticket, make sure that when you have filled it out and you hit that send button, you will get immediately an email from us letting you know that, hey, we received your communication and here is your ticket number. It'll give you a ticket number. If you do not get that email, your ticket did not go through. Send it again.
And on a little bit of a negative note, unfortunately, I do recommend when you're writing out a ticket, copy all of the text that you've written out and just hit refresh before you send, because that authentication token for the ticket system only lasts 5 minutes. And if you're anything like me, I'm if I'm writing something like a ticket, I'm going to be making sure that all my ducks are in a row. And it takes me way more than 5 minutes. So just do a quick copy, refresh, paste, fill out the small information, and send it. And that will help make sure that you get your ticket through.
Yes.
It is a
unfortunately,
flaw in our ticketing system.
Yeah, this is like, unfortunately, as far as I'm aware, an OS ticket limitation. We are going to be moving to a more modern ticketing system somewhat soon. I don't know how soon, however, it is definitely like on the horizon, and it is something we want to do very, very soon. Let's see here. Let's see. A computer user says, "Oh damn! I thought the nipple thing was in U.S. legislation." No, that's like, those are like, how can I put it? Those are standards written by media corporations, not by us, not by law, not by like anything else. That is just media corporations setting a standard and precedent on their own platforms and forcing others to comply with those in order to be part of their, like, their network, essentially. We're not limited to that. We don't need to be. We're on the internet. And so people fall into these assumptions. Check your assumptions. As a human being, you have a lot of incorrect assumptions. We all do. I probably still have plenty. But these assumptions make it into the world, and then there's like no need to make it legislation because everyone assumes it is. It isn't. You're not that controlled as much as you think you are. This is largely like stuff set up by, honestly, octogenarians who had been working on this stuff a long time ago through old, tired moral systems. We're advancing as a human species. We should continue trying to advance our understanding of what it is we're allowed to do in this world and what we should be allowed to do in this world, etc. That's my little soapbox there. Computer user says, "I would personally go with no nipples at all, but that's because I take the least risks possible, regardless on whether the lack of risks is actually a good decision." Yeah, there's always a balance with these things, but yeah, that wasn't the direction we chose to go. We knew that there was going to be social risk involved with it, but at the same time, we're kind of a lot about freedom on this platform, freedom of expression, and at least that's my opinion on it. Let's see. Everyone has logs, for example. Beer's logs are spinning in the background. Hey, that is a living, breathing tree. It's not a log.
And
it's redwood. You can't. Yes, it's very excited. Very, very happy to be alive. Cool. It's living a bit too much for a tree. In Resonite, anything is possible.
Non sequitur for waffles.
Also, read law code. What do you mean by that?
What is law code?
Also, I appreciate that I asked for a curveball and I got thrown a curveball. Cool. Those are big questions, honestly. They're very appreciated because like they keep the conversation going. They help alleviate misunderstandings because like, there's probably a lot of people here that didn't know why we chose to allow that, and now we've explained it here. It's awesome.
Tom says anything is possible except for community guideline violations. Those are possible. Just not for very long.
Just don't.
Yes.
Only once.
Do you still want curveballs? Yes. Absolutely.
We got 8 minutes. Let's go.
Do we? I think we got less than that.
We got 6 minutes.
We got 6 minutes
now. I looked at the clock 2 minutes ago and 2 minutes passed. I hate time blindness. I hate ADHD.
On the part of checking assumptions regarding non-law. Oh, okay. Is this like, is there a thing that, you know what? Like, okay, so is there like a thing that I should be looking at, like a resource that you want me to check? Because this is interesting. This is definitely something that like I find very interesting, because I find like psychology very interesting, especially psychology regarding like assumptions around law too, honestly. Like, you know what? I don't know why I'm going to say this one, but I'm going to say this one. In the United States, federal law on federal land. Now, check your local like law, because you can still get arrested for this by like local local authorities, because they'll try to enforce something that they don't realize is not technically enforceable. There are no anti-nudity laws in federal law in the United States. That's why a lot of like federal land, especially like federal beaches and whatnot in Florida and, you know, along the coastline, are in some cases clothing optional. It's because it's federal land. Let's see. Could you explain the different types of bans and reasonings, i.e. ban for hacking, community ban, etc., just short? So, let's see. Types of bans and reasonings. This is a little bit difficult. You know what, like... Alright, you say hacking. So a ban for hacking in general would probably be a terms of service violation. So that's a bit bigger than just a guideline violation. You're utilizing our platform's exploits to harm individuals, gain information, etc. That is a GTFO off our platform permanently. Like you'll hear from our lawyers possibly kind of situation. So those are big. Community bans, so like I'm assuming that's like a violation of like our community guidelines. Like, so in those cases, let's say like intolerance is a big one. We consider that one to be fairly important, as well as like, you know, let's say sexual harassment. That's another big one. Those are going to land you really hard like bans. You're going to end up probably like hard public banned. What that means is that you are going to be relegated to your worlds. And you can't invite people to your worlds, you can't talk to people using the contacts menu, and you can't be invited to other people's worlds. You are essentially cut off from the community at that point. Usually, like, those bans aren't, like, at least on the first run, permanent. It depends on the severity. Let's see here. So there's general harassment, right? Those might get met with a warning first and foremost. Let's say, you know, someone says, "Leave me alone," and you actually don't leave them alone, and you keep pestering them about the thing that you're trying to pester them about. That's called harassment. Usually on the first offense, you're going to get a warning for moderation. It really depends on the context of the harassment, though. If we can tell that there's plenty of evidence that you're maliciously harassing someone, we might skip the warning because we probably already know that you're doing it on purpose. And then maybe get hit with a week-long ban. Usually it's somewhere around there. Let's see here. The more corrupt a nation, the more numerous its laws. That's funny. Computer user says, the policies on nudity and stuff was just something that's been on my mind for a while in the realm of the team has talked about it a bit, but I don't quite have a good idea on how to talk to others about it. And also because there were some potentially bad faith negative reviews and community forum comments going game sexual angry face. And game has furries who are sexual angry face. I was personally annoyed about it. Yeah, no, those are really, like, those reviews, those suck. Like, if you don't like our game for, you know, some reason, like, you know, let's say like it's technical, write that in the reviews or something. But like, those reviews don't help anyone. You know, you're basically just putting your wrong opinion on blast, and it just doesn't look good for anyone. It sucks. Nuki says, also hi Nuki, just sat back down at the computer after an hour of shenanigans with other people's computers. Now I'm watching ads. Welcome to Twitch.
Well, don't
Nuki,
worry,
yes,
Nuki.
you.
Oh, I was gonna say this will also be on YouTube, so you can watch it without all the ads there, and you can see it in its entirety.
Yes. Also, we have a new chat window, so hopefully it's more legible. However, it won't accept my font type that I chose. Sad
We'll have to
face.
futz with it later.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah. Oh, I think we're at 5 p.m.
Indeed, it is.
We are. We have hit 5 p.m. So guys, we forgot to do that one PSA, which has just been so active here today. But yeah, so we always raid a streamer at the end of these streams, and I'm going to be checking who's going to be like our next person to be rated. If you are a streamer and you would like to be raider, huh?
Did you remember to log in?
I did. I actually managed to do it this time. I wasn't gonna have Frooks do that 3 times in a row. Sorry, Frooks. Let's see here. But yeah, if you are you know what, actually, Glavin, would you, since you usually do it, would you be willing to handle that?
Oh, absolutely. So, at the end of our streams, we like to raid one lucky person that is streaming and maybe new to streaming on the Twitch platform. We only have a few requirements, and that is that your streaming has something to do with Resonite, whether it's something that you're doing in the platform itself, using it as a VTuber, something of the sort like that. And then also needing to be, family friendly, PG-13, PG for, PG for people that are, everyone in here want to be able to make sure it's family friendly for everybody. And then also being able to make sure it's in English speaking, because our audience is English, so we want to make sure that, people can understand what their, your stream is. So that's all we usually do at the end of our streams. So like, if you like to be on that list of people that can possibly be rated, just be streaming by the end of our office hour stream.
Let's see. I think we have one more question here. If I use a free avatar in Resonite and I use a mod or something to pull out the rigged mesh as a GLB or something, is that against the rules? I don't think it's against the guidelines, but you might be inching into terms of service territory there. So I would suggest a reread of the terms of service. And I don't think that necessarily would be a violation of anything, because I don't know. That kind of goes above my head, if I'm honest.
I'm gonna venture towards that being a TOS violation, because even though the model is free, the ability to rip the model out of the game does cross into violation territory, I think. If you're not exporting it properly.
Yeah,
I might need to
I
read
have no
on that
idea.
One.
Largely,
also kind of
probably
depends on
wouldn't.
what license it has. So like if it's like a CC0 or a CC4 by, that can be like a different thing versus it being like an avatar that you may be like, oh, I got it for a free 100% discount from like one of these, avatar people from like Gumroad or whatnot. That's a special thing that specifically has a license for EU and not just be handing it out just because it is free. Or if they have a special stipulation for, hey, you're free to use this in the platform, just don't export it. And that might be a thing that's in there too. So read in, some of these avatars will, where you find these, we'll have something to say like, hey, this is free to use in Resonite, or maybe it has a little license. We do have a license component that is in avatars, and just check to see if it has that, and that might give you some more information as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Looking contemplative.
Well, I have looked at the raid menu. Currently, the Creator Jam is streaming, and so that's who we're going to be raiding today.
Creator Jam wins again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we usually choose them by default because they're almost always streaming at this time, but because we stream to them or raid to them so often, that's why we prefer to raid to a smaller streamer that we haven't raided before. So yeah, just next time we're doing these office hours, maybe get your stream up and running and stream Resonite, and make sure that you're setting your category to Resonite because if you said it's just chatting, I'm not going to be able to find you. And I'm basically only searching same category, and that's how I look for people. Just to keep that in mind.
While you're looking too. So computer user asks something very interesting. So something I think is funny is that pretty much every time someone on the mod office hours asks, what can you do in Resonite? The go-to thing is tree rotation.
You know why? Because it's easy.
It's easy. Now, something that it's hard to really I can show the end results, but I can't really show like the technical way what's going on specifically. A good example is my particular avatars. I have a custom built IK built into Resonite that is able to run both the standard IK and also my custom one, and which gives me a little bit more options to be able to how the avatar moves, how it shifts, how it behaves when moving, and that is kind of a really cool thing that you can do in Resonite.
Yep, definitely. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and start the rating process for a Creator Jam today. They're working on a theme called Shadowbox. I wonder if they're actually shadowboxing. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, guys, say hi to Creator Jam for us. And we'll see you guys hopefully next weekend, same time, same place. And thank you guys for your awesome questions. It was very like, I asked for curveballs, I got them. I'm happy.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll catch you guys later. I'm gonna hit the
Good
start
one,
right
Vince.
here. It's gonna be another 10 seconds.
10.
Oh my gosh,
Get
it's
bonus
counting
time.
down.
Bonus time.
Oh gosh.
See y'all. Have yourself a good one.
Lightning
Bye,
round,
guys.
bro. Screen changes. Oh, raspberry sound.